In this video, I want to demonstrate to you how you go through, in practical terms, looking at an Amazon bestseller category, mentally applying the criteria that we've decided are important for product selection, and trying to find potential products that you might put on your long list. So here we are on the main page of Amazon's department list, and you can see every top category that Amazon has got. And we're going to take a look at the kitchen and dining segment. And actually, I've already opened the tab. If you click on kitchen and dining, then up comes the tab here. You can see the different subcategories on the left-hand side: bakeware, coffee, tea, espresso, cookware, dining, entertainment. But what we really want to start with is this tab up here, which is the bestsellers tab. And if we click on that, then we will see what is doing best in this particular major category. Now, this is informative because you can look at some of these and begin to understand straight away which products have potential and which don't. So if you take the second one here, these Brita water filters, well, heavily branded, so you don't really want to try and compete with Brita, particularly in the water filler market. But to the left of that, you can see this infrared temperature sensor. Well, that's quite a complex piece of electronic gadgetry, so I would keep away from that. Now, there's a possibility here. This is a Keurig MyK cup reusable coffee filter, but the only problem I've got with this is it's only $4.88, so it falls out of our categorization on grounds of price. So moving down, we're not interested in the electric spice and blender because it's too complicated. The blender bottle classic, bit hackneyed. I think I'd give that a miss. Digital scales, no thank you. Now, spatulas and silicone bakeware, I've got a lot of time for. The big issue with silicone bakeware is getting the quality right. And Wilton is one of the major manufacturers, so you've got to come up with something which can compete with them. The price of these particular items, $6.74, is below our threshold, so I'll give it a pass. But silicone bakeware is an area I do find interesting. Knife sharpeners, yeah, not very much to go wrong with knife sharpeners. They do seem to do quite well. This one is at $5.99, and it's got over 1,000 reviews, so it might be quite difficult to compete with. But maybe it's something to think about. Moving down, water filters. You've got nutrients. Let's go on to the next page and have a look and see what's in there. Now, storage boxes, $7.99, that's okay. 845 reviews, quite a lot of reviews. But it's a very straightforward product, and it's something which has got enormous white label potential. So that's a possibility for us to look at. Again, moving down, these potato peelers and corers, probably quite heavy because they're probably quite solid and metal. Again, silicone mats. Well, I like silicone bakeware. It's very easy to white label. Not very interested in jars. You can see that they're going to be quite heavy. More of these appliances, which I'm not very interested in. Aluminium bakeware doesn't really do a lot for me, and I don't really reuse it. Aero Express coffee and espresso maker. Now, again, this is quite interesting. This doesn't seem to have much moving parts, but it does have 3,000 reviews, so that would be quite difficult to compete against. Although you could have a look and see, where else it's going. There's only 5 competitive listings, and there may be a possibility of doing something with that. So moving on to the next page. What have we got? More water filters by the look of it. Now, silicone hot handle hold. Again, this one's only $6. But again, silicone bakeware. We keep on coming back to it. I like silicone bakeware quite a lot. Battery operated salt and pepper grinder. Again, a bit of a gadget. Probably not too difficult to source. Not a lot to go wrong other than the motor inside it. That might be a possibility. Only 383 reviews. Something you could white label. You don't want any glass. That's not a particularly good idea. There's nothing. It's very difficult to differentiate a cafeteria, so I'm not sure that would be a great idea. More scales. So you're getting the idea that you need to think through each item and say, does it meet the criteria that we've actually set for our selection process? So as you can see, this is more of an art than a science, although we are trying to apply process and methodology to the whole exercise in order to make it a great deal easier. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon in another one.